If I could go back in time to my 18 to 21-year-old self, what advice would I give to him right now? First off, I would say, understand how your mind works. Now, when I grew up just going through my day-to-day life, playing soccer, going to school, you're not taught the most important organ of your entire existence and how it works. You're not taught how your brain literally functions. This is something they don't educate us on in school growing up, and it's a huge problem. When I was going to school as a kid, I was surrounded by really smart kids, and I compared myself to them, and I used to think, I'll never be as smart as these kids. I'll never be able to get straight A's and get full scholarships, any of that. I had no belief in myself because I was constantly comparing myself to other students around me. But see, what we're not told in school is that we ultimately have two dimensions of our brain. We have our conscious mind and we have our subconscious mind. Now, you may be consciously watching this video, but what we're not taught in school growing up is that our conscious mind only makes up about 10% of our memory, while our subconscious mind is 90%. And that subconscious mind is brought up from the time we are 0 to about 7 years old. And so what the science tells us is that whatever is imprinted upon us from that age of birth till about 7 years old, we can't really change those things. But now, through the study of epigenetics, we know that we can consciously choose and change how our brain thinks and operates. Like a software program, you can change your software program in your brain starting today in this moment. And that's something I wish my 18-year-old self or my 21-year-old self or even my 22, 23, 24-year-old self would have understood. But I was never taught this principle. Now, why is this important? Well, if I'm going about my day-to-day life and I'm just ending up at different points and then I'm like at these certain points in time and then I'm like, how did I get here? Isn't that a problem? Shouldn't we be able to choose and create our destiny? Ultimately, I believe you are the sole creator of your life. So if you are the sole creator of your life, again, something we're not taught, we can consciously choose the path that we want to take. The reason that is so important is we could have so much less suffering in our process of going through life if we knew that we could consciously change the way we internalize and see the world as it is. So somebody that is negative all the time, somebody that is just unhappy, depressed, they have an internal software running in their head as to why their life is outwardly sucky. And even if they're aware of the fact that they know that they're depressed, there's something in their subconscious mind that they haven't realized that is causing those patterns of suffering. But what if we could change those patterns in our mind in an instant and shift in this moment and start seeing the world in this beautiful, blissful, happy experience? One giant playground for us all to live in coexistently. Doesn't that sound nice? How do we get there? Now, if we can understand the subconscious mind and our conscious mind, which acts like a shield for our subconscious mind, we can realize that what we're sensing around us in our external reality through touch, taste, smell, hearing, sight, through our senses, we can consciously, we're brought up in this world and we sense things around us. But wouldn't it be nice if we could choose consciously what we want to take in and other things that we want to block out? Maybe, oh, that's nice. We can look at that and observe it and just let it go by. See, if our brains took in every bit of information We would be so exhausted, so burnt out from this life. We would literally explode. Our brains would not be able to take in all the information that is around us. So why is it that someone can be happy and see the world as a beautiful place and take in everything around it and see it for what it is, versus somebody who's not able to do that? What if we could change that? What if we could change people's understanding of their mind and how it works so that they could literally change their existence in this moment, in this reality right now, and make that shift? What would that do for the world if everyone could tap into that potential? While I have no regrets with the life that I've lived, and I mean that, I believe that everything in my life was meant to happen for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidences. I believe that every moment in this life was meant to be for a very specific, universal reason. Nothing is random, guys. Now you may be wondering, how do we change our subconscious mind right now? How do we start working on it today in a practical way? How do we change our patterns that maybe we've been born with? Maybe we have terrible money consciousness. Maybe we come from a family that didn't raise us the importance of having an abundant mindset with money. Or maybe we were raised with certain beliefs, negative, self-limiting beliefs in ourself, a lack of confidence, speaking ability, being confident in yourself, whatever that thing is that you're lacking. What if we could change that? You could start creating the life of your dreams right now. What if? Now I'm going to tell you right now in this video that it is possible and that you can change your life right now in this moment starting today. Ultimately, you have to look at your life, observe your thoughts, bring that awareness to your mind. And I think that the best way to do this is to meditate. Meditate daily, breathe in the fresh air, ground yourself to the earth. Find out what it is that you desire at your core. Truthfully ask yourself, what do you desire? That is step one. Find exactly what it is that you desire. Write it down on paper. Write down the amount of money you want to receive for that desire and how you will ultimately serve other people in exchange for the value that you will receive. Because at the end of the day, money is an exchange of energy. The only way that I will get paid is if I give and provide value to the world. So what is it that you desire? Write it down. What will you provide to the world in exchange? And then how do we reprogram the subconscious mind to actually start believing that you have and attain this in this current moment, this feeling? Because in order to imprint this information into your subconscious mind, you need to understand the law of autosuggestion or self-suggestion. Now, what the law of autosuggestion is you are affirming. Through affirmations, you are affirming that you have your desire in this moment right now. And with that thought and with that desire, you are harnessing that emotion and you are putting faith, belief, and certainty into the fact that you do have that desire and that ultimate reality right now in this moment. Feel into it. Visualize the money, the job, the career, the girlfriend, whatever it is that you desire. Visualize and hold on to it and harness that energy right now in this moment. And when you do that 2 times daily, every morning and every night, the first second you wake up and right before you go to bed, because that's when your brain is most susceptible to downloading information into your subconscious mind, changing your software program. If you do that twice daily for 30 days and you create a new habit of doing that, and you continue on and you continue on, you are literally going to change your software and your subconscious mind. And when you change your subconscious mind, the negative thoughts that you might have, these self-limiting beliefs that you might have, that are dominating your thoughts and your awareness right now will ultimately change to a more abundant, positive, uplifting thought consciousness. So now instead of having more negative thoughts, you are having more positive thoughts. And when you have more positive thoughts, guys, you start attracting, because your inward sense of reality is so positive and uplifting and abundant, that what you are putting out into the ether, the conscious awareness of information that is just floating around us, and this is not made up, this is scientific, through the law of attraction, you will attract the energy that resonates and matches up with the internal reality that you have through what's called the mirror principle. This is powerful stuff, guys. And this is something I wish I knew when I was 18, 21 years old. It's something that I read, but see, knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only potential power, because what we have to do with that knowledge is we actually have to consciously choose and consciously decide what to do with that information. I meet so many people who think they fucking know everything. They think they have all the answers and the solutions, and because they've read a book, because they have decided to go onto the internet and Google something, they think that they now are somehow enlightened with all the information. And yes, the information is accessible to everyone in this current day and age with the internet. But a fool thinks that he has information and that makes him a smart person. That makes him a wealthy person. See, true knowledge is knowing that it is potential power. You actually have to take that knowledge and organize it in a thoughtful way and plan it out and start taking action towards what it is that you want. And that's something that a lot of the woo-woo crowd of the law of attraction, the spiritual community, my friends and family out there, they think that if you ultimately just believe in something and you have something in this moment, that you just attract what it is that you desire. And it's partly true. But the reality is it will happen that much sooner if you actually have an organized plan of action with those thoughts. So consciously make that decision every day to work towards that desire that you ultimately have deep inside of you, and start taking action towards it. And it doesn't matter if you have the plan figured out, because the plan will ultimately figure itself out as you begin to put yourself out there, as you begin to harness this energy, and as you begin to realize and utilize this principle, you will start to realize that your brain is like an antenna and a receiver. And information is flowing back and forth, but because your internal state has changed, you are now resonating with a higher vibration of frequency, and therefore attracting much higher thoughts, much more creative thoughts. And the answers will just start popping into your head like that. Like when you're in the shower and you're just so relaxed and in a state of bliss that the ideas just flow to you effortlessly. Wouldn't it be nice if your dream reality and the ideas and the creativity just flowed right into your brain right now in this instant? How amazing would it be if we could take a step back and not work so hard and realize that everything that we have and could possibly want is within us? That is such a powerful feeling. And once you can realize and hold on to that and realize that everything that you could possibly desire, amazing health, wealth, happiness, is within you. That makes me feel so good inside, knowing that I have everything that I could possibly want in this moment within me. It's just pure energy. That's dropping into a flow state, guys. And that flow state, once you have that shift, It can never be undone. The world will never be the same for you once you understand these principles and you can start to make those shifts for yourself. You can start living every single moment of your life in bliss. No matter how difficult the situation that's in front of you may be, you can start to live this beautiful life in every single moment and be present with every single moment in front of you. And if there is such a thing as enlightenment, I believe that is it. Being able to be present in the moment, feeling into every experience in such a rich way, and enjoying and appreciating this beautiful life that we have right in front of us. Thank you so much for being here with me in this moment. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for tapping in with me. Thank you for working on yourself and helping the world be a better place. I love you and appreciate you, and I just want to let you know that you are not alone on this journey. I am right here with you on this journey, walking the path with you. I don't have all the answers. The answers come to me by walking the path. Know that we are in this together and that I truthfully believe in you. And I truthfully believe that we are all one on this planet and that we can all work together and find that harmony and peace. But it all starts from within. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Let me know if you start applying these principles in your life. I'd love to hear from you. And remember to hit that bell and subscribe and share this video with a friend or family member that needs to see it.